Hey, what's up guys? I'm back from vacation, back into the YouTube world again. I want to start talking about some Season 4 stuff really soon here, some wishlist stuff, but let's wrap up on the character reviews for Season 3. We did Sagat already this month. Now let's cover the last character, which is G. So my initial impressions on G have been very positive, just like Sagat, but even more so because G is a brand new character. And Capcom did a great job on his entire design. He's cool, he's strong, and he's unique. So I think it's more difficult to pull it off on a brand new character, so you get some extra points for that, especially so late in the season. Now in terms of faults, if we're talking about balance, I can't really say too much about G without really cherry picking things. It's not as easy to point out as something like Sagat, but he does lack some tools for sure that a character in this current crazy meta of Street Fighter V requires you to have to be in top 5 or even in top 10. Don't forget, his design by nature is to start off the round kind of weak, and then he snowballs from there and he gets out of control if you don't keep him contained. And although I would say his command grab and V-Trigger 1 are very powerful, if not too powerful, to the point of maybe Capcom might nerf it in the future, we have a chance to definitely see G rise up as a character. The public reception has been great. Lots of popular streamers are using him right now. Very charismatic character. We even have a few pro players showing him off in tournaments, including Nemo, who has been rocking him a lot during Topanga, for example, and even CPT tourneys. He's also not too simple of a character. He's got a large ceiling in terms of potential, a huge amount of combos and utility as he gains presidentiality. I feel sorry for Mir as he works on those combo videos, man, they take him so long. He's one of those characters that, as a player have to make a lot of decisions throughout the match because of just so many combinations of things to do most of the time. So and not every decision is the best one to make. It's more about your play style, and I feel like G would be a great character for a lot of you guys to pick up if you guys want something refreshing like that in Street Fighter V. Okay, moving on, let's talk about his moveset. Starting with his normal attacks and his mobility. First off, G has no 3-frame normal. In fact, Season 3 is lacking the 3-frame normal characters. The only one was Sakura at the very beginning of the season. So it's basically 4-frame City right now. I thought that was interesting to point out. G is pretty slow mobility-wise if we're talking about his walk speed, but his dash does cover a fair amount of distance. He actually plays very, very similar to Urien in neutral, where he's got to do, random pokes, he's got to dash a lot. Of course, he does have a command grab, so this is a character that you have to keep under control mobility-wise. And then every now and then he'll throw a random forward-moving special with his G smash. The only exception is that although G plays similar to Urien in neutral, the opponent can't play against him like Urien, because if the opponent turtles, then you're allowing G to basically gain free presidentiality levels, and then he's going to get bullied hard with constant, crazier projectiles, and of course that spin kick. In terms of his normal attacks, standing light kick is pretty good. Standing medium kick is a great poke for his kick normals. His heavy normals in particular are really good. His crouching hard punch, excellent anti-air. It basically hits behind him. He doesn't even need to use it as an anti-air. He's got his V skill as well, but it's especially good. His sweep is really good. His crouching hard kick, really crazy range on it, and he can cancel it into the presidentiality stack, which I thought it was cool. And his standing hard kick is great too. Now onto special attacks. Let's start with his upper rush and lower rush specials, the G Smash. They're mostly combo filler, not much to talk about with them. Good thing they're minus on block. Depending on what level they are, they can do massive corner carry. You can do really big combos with them. Moving on to his projectile, the G Burst. It's decent. I thought the whole design of his projectile is actually pretty smart on Capcom's part. If they gave him a projectile that went full screen, horizontal, like a traditional projectile, it would probably allow him to gain presidentiality charges too easily as the opponent defends against them, and it kind of ruins the point of being crafty with G and figuring out ways to get the level. So I think that was good design. So they gave G this weird downward angle projectile that doesn't go full screen, and you can pretty much, it still becomes powerful at level 3 for sure, but it's easier for the opponent to jump in and manage. Now G's spin kicks, this serves a little more purpose than just combo filler for him, since the level 3 version and EX version are projectile invincible and -2 on block, giving him decent pressure tool, especially if he's just level 3. He can just constantly use them and abuse them if the opponent is stuck in the corner, for example. Now his command grab, this is like what defines G in terms of his special moves. His command grab is very unique to Street Fighter V. First off, it's the slowest grab in the game at 12 frame startup. I mean, if you don't understand frame data, this means it's pretty much more than twice as slow as most of the grapplers in this game before he actually grabs you. And you can't tick throw with that, like canceling a normal attack into it, because it actually turns into like a 6 frame command grab, something like that. So Capcom was smart and they made it so you can't just do a true tick grab with it. It'd be super cheap. But G can do insane damage off of just one grab. Even if he's at level 1, it can be completely lights out for the opponent. They can be dizzy or even lose the round. And these giant combos can even lead to super, which is also very unique in Street Fighter V. He also has an excellent cross-up attack. So, you know, every time that G jumps in on you, right, or dashes in or whatever, you're always second guessing yourself that, oh man, he's gonna grab your ass or he's gonna meaty you. And either way, you could be dizzy or you can lose the round just from that. So it's funny, like G is this big robbery character that we didn't really expect because of that. And it's funny because he's not a grappler, okay? But he's got the best command grab in the game. So I think in the future, if G is very popular in tournaments, I think pro players are going to be forced to learn, you know, delayed jump option selects to deal with this command grab and take advantage of its weakness. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be 50-50 city into death. Okay, let's talk about G's V system now, starting with his V skill. I think it's really well designed, but honestly, the first time I saw it, I wasn't too happy about it, because I thought it was just another anti-fireball barrier type V skill. I mean, we got enough of those in Street Fighter V already. I thought it was going to be snooze, but he doesn't have to use it specifically for that. He can use it for a lot of things, such as a reliable anti-air, for example. We see it used in a lot of G's combos, which is great. He can gain V-gauge reliably for a very powerful V-trigger. The fact that he can even use it in the air or use it as an instant overhead setup is great. So there's a lot of things you can do with it, a lot of utility, and it cancels into itself, which is cool. It also gets really interesting when G activates V-Trigger 1 because it turns into this anti-projectile. Now for G's V-Triggers, they are both well designed. I know I'm saying that a lot in this video, well designed, but they are especially strong, specifically V-Trigger 1. They are much better than Sagat's, both in strength and design, and these characters were released on the same day, so they deserve to be compared. His V-Trigger 2 gives him another command grab that has armor and does monster damage and can give some flashy KOs, but most players of course are going to be using his V-Trigger 1 because it's just so damn good. It's actually one of the best V-Triggers in the game in my opinion, since first off it gives G level 3 presidentiality instantly and for the entire duration of V-Trigger 1, and it lasts so long. This V-Trigger lasts forever. Like, your opponent has to defend for so long, it kind of feels like Nakali. Not in terms of it lasting forever, but like, all of a sudden G becomes explosively dangerous once he activates. All of his specials become cancelable into each other, so every time G hits you with the command grab or one of his specials, you're going to be in the corner and you're going to be almost dizzy, and then you have to worry about a command grab 50-50 setup. And his V skill also becomes a giant projectile, which is really unique because it changes a lot of his combos as well. So I will not be surprised, even in the slightest, if Capcom nerfs this V-Trigger in some way, shape, or form in Season 4. So overall, I'd say G is a well-designed, deep, and unique character, especially for a brand new character brought into the game. Tier list wise, he kind of starts off as this upper mid character that gains stacks and eventually activates V-Trigger, and then he becomes this crazy high tier monster, which is cool. He lacks a 3-framer, and more importantly, he lacks an invincible reversal, but mostly because of his extremely powerful command grab and V-Trigger 1, it makes him, in my opinion, the strongest Season 3 character by far. So I look forward to how Capcom is going to be balancing them in Season 4. It depends on their philosophy, on how they like these robbery type characters, these 50-50 characters that can lead into death. We'll see how they balance the rest. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think of G. I know a lot of you guys like this character. He's great to watch and he's great to play. So yeah. Do me a solid, guys. Please like the video. It really helps out. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. And yeah, we'll talk about more Season 4 stuff in the future. So till then, guys, take care.